La Marqueta, 1951, a childhood memory. I am going to be 75 soon, but I remember many things about the barrio culture of my early childhood. I remember what I experienced at La Marqueta one day. It comes back to me as if I were experiencing it today, that day, its colors, its smells, its rhythms, its nuances, its voices are all indelible, rich, and ever so New York, Puerto Rican. We're walking through Spanish Harlem from our apartment on 103rd Street and 3rd Avenue. I'm with Mommy and Willie, my younger brother. It's a spring day in May, and although there is a slight cool breeze, the sweater I am wearing is making me feel warm. Mommy, may I take my sweater off, please? No, Junior. A block away, you heard me tell you that I want you to keep that sweater on. Now, let's keep walking. Suddenly, I think I know where we are going. Are you taking us to La Marqueta, Mommy? I don't want to go there. So, at 5, you think you're a big man and that I will let you govern yourself? No, Mommy. It's that I am getting a stomach ache. Mommy, please. Junior, stop whimpering. You are being impudent. Quiet. We're in public. Willie says. I don't know why Junior doesn't like La Marqueta. I hope we will buy some fish. I like the funny eyes on the dead fish on ice. Mommy, can we go and see the hens and chicks? Mommy, can we? Sí, mi amor. Papi wants us to buy a hen for his soup too. You're a good 4-year-old boy. Thank you for cooperating. We arrive at the first building of La Marqueta, where my mother wants to buy fruits and vegetables. Just as we are about to enter, a train rumbles high over our heads on the tracks. Its noise rattles and shakes my insides and makes my bony knees knock together. It is scary but fun too. Inside, I pinch my nose to make sure Mommy sees that I hate being there. The smell of rotting fruit and vegetables is awful. I can't even smell the sweetness of the nice pineapples that I point to, so Mommy will know that I want her to buy one just for me. But Mommy says I am not buying pineapples today. Everywhere, stalls are piled with tall hills of fruits and vegetables. Some barrels are full of what Mommy calls grains. The grains and beans are like colors in a big crayon box. We keep walking and I ask why there are puddles on the indoor floor of La Marqueta. Mommy doesn't want us to step on these puddles that are left after the floor is hosed to wash filthy waste. But I stay behind to get a little chance to stop on a tiny puddle and then quickly run back to hold her hand. I am looking at everyone. I like trying to understand what I hear grown-ups are saying in English, which I'm really good at speaking now, even if we only speak Spanish at home. Mommy is learning English too, but most people in La Marqueta are speaking Spanish. Mommy says I should not stare at people, but I do, and soon I'm frightened because I cannot see Mommy. But then I see her up ahead holding Willie's hand, looking around for me. So I zigzag around strangers to join them. I almost cried when she scolds me. Do you want to get lost? If you keep stopping to investigate everything, you will get lost. I still want to go home, but Mommy wants to talk to the vendor she calls El Italiano to see if he has good prices today. Mommy puts on her prettiest smile as she greets the old man, who is very glad to see her. Then she asks him in English, I am good customer to you, no? How much of discount you give me if I make big purchase today? The old man grins and makes his offer, but Mommy wants a bigger discount. Plus, she thinks she should get two free mangoes in addition. El Italiano booms out and laughs. Ay, mia donna bella. Va bene. Sí, muy bien, señora. Oh, good. I sell you for all for lower dinero. You know me, you trust Pete, an old amigo. His offer sounds good to mommy, so she winks at us to let us know she has won an easy battle. Before she gives her final yes, she tells El Italiano that she must pick the mangoes first. She comes back with the two largest mangoes. She tells him to keep them by the register because no one but he can take them from there. The man says aloud, she's a very smart woman, no, boys? Then he raises his eyebrows and winks at Willie and me. Mommy takes too long choosing other things she wants to buy. So I let out a tantrum. Let's go home. It smells bad in here. Mommy pretends not to be embarrassed by the rude outburst in public. To prove she is a good mother, she says, sorry, senor. Then she begins to talk to me loud enough for El Italiano and the other customers to hear. With her hand on my shoulder, she says, Junior, mi hijito, I know you love the smell of mangoes like the ones I am getting you free because of this nice man. But could you please let me enjoy taking my time to smell and choose the freshest cilantro, the most beautiful garlic, the nicest onions, and these overripe plantains? Fruits and vegetables do smell good. After paying for produce, we walk far enough for mommy to give me her raised eyebrows and big eye look. Willie laughs, and I know what awaits for me. At the door of the poultry building, I am pulling mommy's hand. People are annoyed because we are blocking the door. See how you make people look at us? Can't you behave like Willie? I decide to obey and enter, but pull my sweater over my nose to hide the stink of the birds, feathers, and droppings. I am stunned as I pass by yellow-skinned ducks that must have goosebumps because they are laying on ice. High up, squawking birds are walking circles and bobbing their heads like they are nervous in their cage. When they flap their wings, it's funny to see how the feathers land on Willie's hair. Parrots repeat, wanna buy me? Take me home? Hey, you bird lover, what's your name? I am having fun imitating the parrots' voices and their shoulder shrugs. When I hear Willie say, Junior, mommy wants us back to go find a hen right now. Don Pedro, the poultry man, also seems to know mommy. He promises to sell her the best hen he has today. Mommy reminds him that she has particular ways she needs her hen butchered. Si, senora, I know. To your order, yes. Mommy makes Willie guide us through the maze of stacked wooden cages. I have to hold my sweater constantly over my nose. I want Willie to stop loving the snowy white hen so much, to stop feeling so sorry for the ugly, sad gray ones, and to stop singing peek, peek to get the black hens out of the dark corners of their cages. Then finally he finds the one he really loves. It's one with bright, shiny red and brown feathers. I think the hen is nice, but I don't want to taste her in mommy's soup. Don Pedro cheers. Muy bien, muchacho. Señora, he found my best hen today. What a lucky boy. The old man shoves his arm into the cage to frighten the bird into the corner of its cage. Once he grabs her feet, she flutters, struggles, and clucks for her life and freedom. Don Pedro pulls out a cord from his pocket, and the bird's legs are tied before I can believe it. Then the man gives the bird's upper neck a slight slit and hangs it upside down so its blood will drain into its neck. At home, mommy will put the blood-filled neck into her soup, and Papi will be very pleased. The hen keeps twitching. It takes a long time, and I get tired of waiting for the bird to calm down. But finally, Don Pedro says, she is dead. He takes the stiff bird down and slices off its head. Next, I see him throw it into a revolving drum and pull it out featherless. As he grabs the cleaver, he pauses to wink at us and pretends to be judging where to attack the corpse. Whack! He makes an angry face as he get to get a strong grip and pulls a tangle of bluish, yellow, and gray intestines out. The odor makes my stomach turn, and I have to cover my nose again. Mommy reminds Don Pedro to wrap the neck, the organ, and the embryo eggs so she can use them all to make her soup. I hate Mommy's chicken soup. As she pays, she praises the man. Perfecto, Don Pedro, gracias. Then she asks us to repeat after her. Gracias a Dios, Señor. We really panic. I really panic when I recognize the smell coming from the building across the street that I must enter. I stick my tongue out at Willie when he cheers that we will get his fish. Inside, the voices in the building seem to echo in my ears, much louder than the other buildings. I hear many languages, but mostly it's very loud Spanish I hear. Every breath I take reeks of live and dead fish. I get nervous when Mommy says we are walking to the middle of the building, where she knows vendors have the best variety and quality of fish. As I stumble behind Mommy, I watch vendors casting unwanted parts into far-off garbage cans. When their aim misses, I think I see 1,000 flies trying to land on the mess on the floor, but they are slammed by huge fans onto the curtains of fly paper next to the cans. The stink feels like part of me. I whine, I'm tired, Mommy. And she tells me to sit on a bench where she can watch me. I slump down with a sick tummy, thinking of how I hate fish, when a horrible memory comes into my head. Mommy has made a yummy fish. She has taken time to make sure she has not left any bone in my serving. I am smiling at Mommy. She is happy to see I am enjoying her fried fish. I am eating well, when suddenly I am choking. I am gasping, really hard for breath. She screams, jumps up, and grabs me. She turns me face down on her lap. She pounds my back until the fish bone forces its way out of my throat. Abruptly, Willie startles me from behind, and my heart is pounding. He is delighted Mommy has bought the fish he helped Mommy choose. He tells me that Mommy told him how she will marinate it with oil and vinegar and garlic and make it really tasty. He snickers and adds, she says she will fry the head and the eyeballs too. I know he is teasing me. I hate Willie's stinky old fish. I hate the stink of La Marqueta. I cannot breathe. I hate that I am here. I shuffle over to Mommy to tell her I am gagging. Mommy says I am faking. I am angry with her and give her my stink eyes. But her eyes tell me I'd better behave because I will not get my way. But Mommy, I plead, I might throw up. Breathe through your mouth. Don't use your nose. Breathe, she recommends. I try, but I can't. I'm beginning to retch. She notices that I am pale and weak and softens. She asks permission from the customers to crash the line so she can pay for Willie's fish. Let's go now, Mommy says, and gives me her handkerchief from her purse to cover my nose. It smells of her perfume like gardenias, but I tell her it's not helping. I feel worse. She asks the vendor to let us out the exit behind his stall, which he is only supposed to use for delivery of for deliveries. She keeps urging me to hold on. Outside, a kind passerby who knows I am sick shows Mommy a nearby puddle just off the curb where I don't have to make a mess on the sidewalk. Mommy orders Willie to stand with her shopping bags. She catches me as I begin collapsing. She holds me against her body, bends me at the waist, and supports my forehead. When she tells me she will not to be afraid because she will not let me fall, I trust her, and I relieve myself into a big puddle that reflects my droopy face. The water is murky, with swirls of green and purple gasoline that leaked from some car. Now it also swirls with my last meal. Mommy wipes my face and cannot stop kissing the top of my head. She removes my sweater because I have messed it. Junior, mi hijo, I know what might help you feel better, she says. But we have to go into another building of La Marqueta. I promise you, it will not smell bad there. I am too weary to fuss and hold her hand along a narrow street along the Marqueta to a farther off building. The sun is shining and the fresh air is warming. We are barely inside when Mommy guides me to a showcase where I am entranced. Junior, look, cheesecake. Hijo mío, it's your favorite. Which of the small ones would you like me to buy so you can eat it all by yourself when your stomach feels calmed down? Which one, pineapple or cherry? I point to the pineapple cheesecake, too upset to talk.